So we are plotting now the graphs in MATLAB. So if you want to simply plot some graph, you can simply write plot. Then in parentheses, you can write the first x vector x, then y. But if you want to change, edit some of the properties, you can use these types of command. As here the task is plot v1 with a line width of 3. If you are going to plot, you have to write plot, then v1, then comma, then line width, the property you want to tell, and the value will be 3. Normally in the default it is 0.5. Now let's see, is it okay or not? We will run because I don't know the submit button is not running. Yes, now you can see that the graph is very visible. So submit option is not present here. Let's move towards the task 7. In this task, you can provide additional input to the plot function after the line specifier as plot xy r o dash line width 5. You can combine all these types of properties. So what we have to do here is we have to plot v1, plot v1, then it is in task 7 it is told against sample. So y-axis is v1 and the x-axis is sample. So first we will write the sample. Then it is red circle and solid line. Now let's check it. Here we will write plot sample because on axis we want sample. Then we will write v1. Then we want to tell the color, that will be red R comma comma. Then the marker will be told, I think it's orange, or sorry, O. And after this we will tell about the solid line. This will be the solid line. After that we are going to tell about the line specification. I can write here line width. Line width. But when I'm going to write it, I have to use it in inverted commas like this. Now I will specify the line width I want. Let's see what is written in task 7. It is 4. So I will write here 4. Because of some issue, I cannot submit it here and cannot get the answer, but I can check it with the help of run section. I will run the section. And if the properties, I think the comma should not be present here, so I should remove the commas. Comma should be removed, I think. So let's check by run section. Now here you can see this is the plot of sample. This is x-axis, sample v1, sample, and in toward the y-axis v1 is plotted. The color is red, and it is the marker are the circles, and this is solid line. And its width is 4. So I want to have the more practice, but actually there is some issue. So the plot function creates lines. There are many other plotting functions in MATLAB. You can see in extensive MATLAB plot category. If you will press right click, there may be so many other options. But let's move to it. Each plot has different customization option. Try creating a histogram of density with the histogram of function. Set the face color to yellow. let's try to do it. Not sure what would we be able to do it, but where is the practice? I cannot go to the practice now. Practice is missing here. So what I suggest, let me do it in the task 5. It will be not price. I can use histogram histogram. Then I can write density. Maybe it's histogram plot or histogram. I'm not very much sure because density histogram face color to yellow. So what I will do here will be I will write comma face color face color. I should do it because I'm not sure about spellings. Are they the same which are used here? Face color. I'm going to set it with the yellow. Move density from here. I don't know whether I have also to write the plot or not. Let me run it first. If the answer is not right, then I can write histogram plot. So let me check it first. Unrecognized function of variable y. Oh. So histogram plot. Plot the full practice we can see standard plots, customizing plots. Let's move to the histogram. So where is the histogram? So there are so many advanced plots here, and we can find anyone, whatever we want. So this one is the histogram plot. Let's see. If we will have this view source, how can we create it? Function we need histogram plot dot m. For the examples we can see here, histogram plot dot mlx, histogram underscore, histogram plot. Run section. I want to check the histogram function here. Let me write from here histogram plot. Histogram plot. If I will write histogram, it will be histogram plot. So it was okay to write only the histogram here. I don't need to write the histogram plot. So it should be histogram. Density. Face color. I don't know the spelling of the face colors are okay or not. Face FASCE and COLOR. To yellow. So it's mean COLOR. The small mistake can stop your work. Again, the yellow Y is also unrecognized. So I have to do something like this. I have to keep it in inverted comma and again run section. Yes, now the histogram of the density is plotted and with the yellow color. So this is one of the good things I think everyone should be aware of this. Now next, let's move towards the next section. Now it is the annotating plots. How to annotate them? Labels can be added to the plots using plot annotation functions such as title. The input to these functions is a string. Strings in MATLAB are enclosed in double quotes. Title, plot, title. It's mean if you want to write a title, add the title sample mass to the existing plot. Now I have a plot which is already existing and I have to go towards the task. This one is the task 1. I can write here title. I want to give the title to this sample mass. And again like this, and I want to name it as in inverted commas or quotes sample mass. Now let's check by submitting it. Now the name has been name can be seen on the plot. Now after let's submit. I think submitted. It is correct. Now go to the next task. Next task is use the Y label 1 function to add label mass G. Mass sample is actually the x-axis and mass is along the y-axis. So I'm going to write Y label. Y label will be here mass and the unit will be in grams. Let me submit. Yes, now you can see the mass label is added in it. Now, similarly, now you can add a legend to your plot using the legend function, legend. So here I would like, we are going to use the legend function. Create a legend with the label EXPA and EXPB in order. Now let's do this. Now I will write, sorry, inverted comma, EXPA and means comma EXPB, and it should also be in inverted commas. Always remember when you are working on the tab, MATLAB, then it is very important to use the same capital letters or small letters which are expressed already. So let's see, is it okay? By submitting, we will check it. Yes, this is also correct. Now let's move to the next task. That is, you can use a variable value in plot annotation by concatenating a string with a variable bar data tree. Let me practice first. I want to label it X label by sample. So first I would like to have the practice of using sample here. And now let me run section. This is the sample. I want you to do it the same here, but now it is the next section. That's why it has been created here. But I think if I will create it here by using X label, and then I can write sample here in inverted commas, then I will get it on the same plot. Let me run this section. Yes, you can see sample mass, and this is the name of the plot. Now, you can use a variable value in plot annotation by concatenating a string with a variable. Let me see what it is. In the further practice, I want to remove this. And now I would like to write bar data 3, and it is the row 3, and all columns. It is the data in which 3 is the row and will be the column. Then I think the paragraph will be created. Let me I will run it afterward. Then now let's move to editor. I have to name it. Its title would be sample plus. Actually, I think it is sample at 3, and it is the addition of some matrices plus 18. So now let's check. You can see these things are here. Sample is data. This is the data. Sample is column 1 and all rows. This one is the sample. And sample 3 is up at the position 3 of the sample. 1, 2, 3, 19 is the sample 3. And data is the whole matrix. So actually what we are going is sample, that's only the column, this column, plus sample 3 is the 19, plus data is the whole. So now let's check what's the answer here. We can do it by run section. So this is the bar graph which has been created. Sample data. This is the bar data graph, and its name is sample. The 19 and data. So 19 was the value you remember, if you remember, and this is the paragraph. And we can also name it. So now let's move toward the next section. It is about the electricity usage. Now, keep watching the new video. Thank you very, very much for now.